Garri is a very special food made from cassava, and it is very popular in Africa, especially in countries like Cameroon, Ghana, and Nigeria. I don't know so much about the other African countries. If you are a student, you know that this is what we call survivor. I believe in Garri, the only son of Cassava, who was suffered in the greater and crucified in the frying pan. So, to make Garri, how do we make Garri? How do we fry Garri? That is what we are going to find out in this video. I have here both white and red Garri that I fried. Cassava is a staple in the diets of our African culture. We use cassava to make so many things. You can use cassava to make what we call water fufu. You can use cassava to make some snacks. And in today's video, I am going to show you how to make what we call Garri. It is eaten maybe all over Africa, especially in Cameroon and Nigeria, and Garri is made from cassava. So I'm going to take you step by step. But if this is your first time watching any of my videos, please don't forget to give a thumbs up, comment, share, subscribe, and hit the notification button so that you get notified each time I upload a new video. How to make Garri or Garri. So the first thing you have to do is to peel your cassava, as I'm doing. After peeling the cassava, you make sure you wash it very well, and then you start grating the cassava using a grater. So I have here my already peeled and washed cassava. The next thing I have to do is to start grating. I am using this grater because of the holes. It has some fine holes. So after grating it, the quality of my Garri will be so nice. It will be good for both fufu, that's Garri kind of fufu, and for drinking. So you grate the cassava. I am using a grater because mine is for home consumption. If you are doing it on a large scale, then you better look for a machine that you are going to use to grind or blend the cassava. Although when we were growing up, there were no machines, so those women that used to make Garri, that's the women that were selling Garri in the market, they grated the Garri using the grater like this. This is my already grated cassava, and we are going to the next step, which is putting the grated cassava into a bag for fermentation and for it to drain. So I'm going to put it into this small bag, or transfer the grated cassava into this small bag, and tie it very well and allow it to ferment and drain for 3 to 5 days. So tie it very well. Take it out there. I have a surface on which I will place it, and I will apply some weight on it. So this is my Garri dough, my grated cassava draining out here, and I'm going to leave it out here for 5 days like I said. But each day I'll be coming to check, tie it again, and add more weight on it. This is the 5th day, and today we are going to fry our garri. So the garri dough is ready. You see, it is very dry. Very sour in the mouth, but this China cassava has the way it behaves. By the time I'll finish frying the garri, it will not be that sour. It will have a very good taste in the mouth. Step will be for me to sieve. Why do I sieve it? Because there are some large particles in it, and I want that by the end of the day my garri will be made of very fine particles, and it will make it good for both drinking and making it into fufu, cooking it into fufu. So this is the sieve I want to use to sieve the garri. By the time I finish sieving, you understand what I mean. So this the sieving process is over, and what you have here now is the dough. You see, very fine particles, white and very fine. You see that there are no balls in it. So I was sieving because I had to take out these ones, if you large particles. So you see, when I'll fry this garri, when I finish frying it, it will have very fine granules. This is the pot I'll be using, the pan. This is the pan I'll be using to fry the garri. Back home we have some very special pans, large, they are big with a large surface area, but they are good for those that are frying garri for business purposes. This is a non-sticky frying pan, and I'm going to use it. It's very perfect too. The only difference with the ones we use back home is that the ones back home are very big. So I'll first warm my frying pan and make it very hot. So to fry my garri, I'll be needing red oil. I can choose to go without the red oil. That's frying it just like that. We call it white garri, but we in Cameroon, we don't like white garri that much, so we mostly go with yellow garri, and they call it yellow garri because of the oil. You put a little bit of oil while frying to give it the yellow color. So I'll be frying with this. You can choose, and this is just a carton that I've cut. You can go with anything that is comfortable for you. So I put my garri in the pot. My pot is warm enough. Start frying. Start with very low heat, low flame, so that the particles won't stick together. And because I've already sieved the garri, it makes it easier to fry. So always make sure you sieve your garri before you start frying. And stir at regular intervals. You see the way I'm stirring. By the time it's like 50% dry, then I will go easy. I drop a pinch of oil in the garri, and I keep stirring. So my garri is ready. Sorry, the first batch is ready. I'm going to repeat the process. This one too is ready. This is the last batch, the last pot. So the garri frying is over. Finished frying my garri, and look at the quantity I fried. Have here this quantity here, and also this one. I fried the two types. I also fried the white type, but I didn't fry much of the white type because, like I told you, we in Cameroon, we are not used to white garri. We like it when it is yellow, and the difference between the two is just that yellow garri, we add a bit of red oil to make it yellow, and white garri, we just fry it like that with no red oil. So we have come to the end of this video. Don't forget to like, leave a comment, subscribe, and hit the notification button so that you get notified each time I upload a new video. Thanks for watching. God bless you. Bye-bye.